The name of the book, Beauty Disrupted. How did you come up with the title?
Literally that, this beautiful course of life and just the disruptions that do take place in anybody's life, but certainly in mine.
Tell us when you first met Mickey.
I met Mickey in my late teens, and it was for auditioning for the movie Wild Orchid.
An impressionable age, obviously.
A very impressionable age, yeah. Yeah, and he was, larger than life.
Was it love at first sight?
I think that initial meeting was an immediate familiarity. I speak about that in the book, and it was a sort of recognition of somebody who I knew and there was an amazing charge with, an energy between. And so in a way it was that dangerous at first sight, or at first, and now I think I know better. It's kind of like those are the red flags, and maybe that's not such a good idea, or the most reality, it's not the most realistic partnership, I think.
Set the record straight. Did Mickey beat you?
There was abuse, and there was enough of abuse to call it abuse. My story is the same as so many women's story, and if you go back to the story about what made it different for me is that I was married to a celebrity, and so when I went to go and see what it would take or what would help me in a situation where I might need it with law enforcement, the problem was I was married to a celebrity, and so in this media culture, even back then, things slipped out and ran like wildfire. So it didn't help my situation. It didn't help my home situation at all.
What happened in Miami?
Miami had always been a really challenging place. It was one of the places that my ex-husband grew up, so it was where I didn't want to go again. And it was after our amazing road trip of a honeymoon. And it sort of all came crashing to a stop in Miami where old patterns resurfaced, and he wanted to go out, and I didn't want him to go out, and there was a gun, and that was placed to my head. And it wasn't with the intent, although it might sound insane, to obviously, kill me, but it was definitely just a moment of definition of what the relationship was. And I was in over my head. I was a kid in over my head.
The biggest mistake you ever made, but do you now look at it as the greatest mistake?
I learned a tremendous amount, and I really did learn what it was that I did not want in relationship, and it took me a while to step back and to really heal myself, to go to therapy and change my patterns and change the kind of people that I chose to be with.